Here is a practical demonstration of using thin to thick brush strokes. By using a varied line weight on these chest plates, it gives the illusion that parts of the chest plate are raised away from the surface of the chest plate underneath, while the parts with the thin part of the stroke appear to be closer to the plate underneath. So it's like that thick brush stroke is like a longer shadow. I turn into a different artist when I'm inking as opposed to painting. For instance, when I'm inking, I am much more aware of and enjoy designing the silhouettes of shapes. Having this monster's tail entirely black is not something I would do if I were painting this image. I'd have more colors, more details. It might be in shadow still, but I'd never paint it a flat color. So it's interesting to me how I shift my aesthetic choices depending on the medium I'm using. However, even though I silhouetted most of the monster's tail, I do some hatching toward the end of the tail as I imagine it might be catching a little light, or maybe that part of the tail is thinner and light is shining through it. As I place hatched lines along the monster's forearm, I am curving those lines to help sell the form of the arm. I also haven't outlined the sword yet. I'm thinking at this point that maybe I could define the shape of the sword with the lines I ink around it. One of the things I enjoy about brush pens over regular brushes is not having to constantly go back to the bottle to dip my brush to collect more ink. The other thing I like is that I can fill in larger areas of black by just applying more pressure. All of these little conveniences add up over the course of a project and can help to drastically save time, which might not be a big deal if you're only working on a personal piece, but if you're working on a client piece, time tends to matter. Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you, the one viewing this video who is afraid or intimidated to do ink drawing. Now, I applaud you for viewing this video. It means you're at least curious about ink drawing and want to learn more or improve. But I've got some advice for you. Let yourself make mistakes. Ink drawing has a very nasty reputation for being an unforgiving medium. For many years I was intimidated by ink drawing for just that reason. I was afraid I'd mess up. But I'm older now, and I've done a lot of drawings. And we older folks have a so what attitude. If I mess up with my inking, I now know that it can be fixed. And if I messed up so badly that it can't be fixed and I have to start over, again, so what? Take what you've learned from the mistake and keep moving forward. One very valuable thing you can do to help alleviate some of your anxiety about messing up your ink drawings is to not ink directly over your pencil drawing like I have been doing in this video. Get yourself a light table. Place your pencil drawing under another piece of drawing paper and do your inking on that paper. That way, if you mess up, you still have your original pencil drawing and can easily start over again. If you have a tablet device, you might even be able to use that as a light table if your pencil drawing is dark enough. I also like using a wide variety of marks in my ink drawings. This monster has thickly hatched lines, thinly hatched lines, some resembling dry brush effects, spots on his head and shoulders, and now broken, wavy lines on the chest plates. When I can see many different kinds of strokes or techniques used in one drawing, I find that visually interesting.